Hello and welcome to episode 16 of this Knitty Life podcast. My name is Rachel and I'm coming to you today from Leeds, West Yorkshire, where I live with my husband Rob and my two children, Theo, who is 4, and Matt, who is nearly 7. It is the 13th of August 2020. Thank you very much to everyone who is coming back again, and welcome to any new people. It's been a while, I'm sorry. I've not had a minute, frankly. My husband's off today and I've actually got the day off work. So he's taken them to the park for a little bit. So I'm squeezing it in. I did have a few hours the other day, but having not had a few hours without the children for a while, I just needed to not do it. Does that make sense? I actually ended up tidying my bedroom. I didn't even just sit and knit or read. But anyway, hello. How are we all? Are we okay? Have we melted into a big giant puddle the last few days in the UK? I have, really have. So you can find me on Instagram as Rewarding Memories, and I also have a This Knitty Life Instagram as well. On Ravelry, my name is Reward, and so you can follow there if you're able to at the minute, the projects and stuff. But if you have any questions, just shoot me a message over on Instagram. Probably my Rewarding Memories one is the best bet, but I do check my other one as well. This light is very hot on my face and I'm feeling a little bit aware. I had my hair cut last week, 2 weeks ago. So I kept it a bit longer, but just shaped it back in. So yes, so should we kick off? So it's been a while. I have the giveaway winner today to announce. I've got a couple of F4s. A few F4s, yeah. One which I don't actually have anymore, 2 which I don't have anymore. I've got a fair amount of acquisitions, I'll be honest. It's been like at least a month, if not more, maybe about 5 weeks actually. But yeah, so I'm going to kick off. So I'm going to do my first F4, which is the one I'm wearing. I'll have to stand up for this bit. So this is my hoodie shawl cardigan. So these top 2 colours are Black Elephant and Fine Fish yarns striped together, and the body is from Le Bien-Aimé. I'm not quite sure what it's called. I think it's called Amy or on Andrea, as in Andrea Mowry, something like that. It's grey. Yeah, I really like it. I didn't do the extra increase at the bit at the back, which you're supposed to do, but it's fine. Yeah, I think I did 34, which I'm not really a 34 at all anymore. So I'm definitely going to knit another one soon. It's messing with my t-shirt because it's a bit tight. Yes, I'm definitely going to do the size up, and I'm definitely going to do another one. I'm not quite sure what yet. I want to do either a navy one or a dark grey one, which I know I've talked about in the past. But this is Hoodie Shawl Cardigan without the hood, and it is by Sosu Knits. She's on Instagram and Ravelry. I've actually bought 2 more of her patterns since then. Like basically this, but in a jumper form. So it's just it's quite a V-neck one actually, which I don't have any V-necks. And a DK version, but a lot of that is garter stitch, so that's going to eat some yarn. So yeah, I'm having a little ponder about those. But yeah, I love it. I've got 3. Well, I've got 2 because one died. I've got 2 of these now and I really like it. I've said in the past, only cardigan that fits on my shoulders and doesn't fall off immediately. I did the Mama Vertebrae, I think, I don't know, a few years ago, more than a few years ago. I kind of base it on which kid was here, and I don't think Theo was here, and he's 4. So a while ago, and that just falls off my shoulders immediately. I did a lot of cardigans with like open fronts, I guess. While I was in my pregnancy stages, and they all just fell off my shoulders, but this one doesn't, and it's amazing. Totally love it and totally recommend it. It's really easy. Really want to start another one. I was thinking either like using all those minis I got from Spectrum the other week, and that could be crazy at the top, and then like a black body. I don't have any black. It's a Stitch Up. It does gorgeous dark colours actually, so maybe I'll go and have a little look over there. I'm warm. I've got about an inch on the back on my hairline, so it's making me warm. So yeah, so I'm just jumping straight in with the knitting. I'll do a bit of life updates, later. Nothing terribly exciting to report, to be honest. Another one of my FOs, which I can't show you today, is the Jupiter crop, which I did for Beth Beehive of Beehive Yarns in her new sport weight colour. Can you hear that alarm? I say alarm, it's clearly a police. Anyway, I did her Jupiter crop for her, which was a shop sample, and she had that on for Yorkshire Yarn Fest. Can't remember if it was the last one or the one before, because they're every month now and it's hard to keep up. But anyway, I did that. So I did post some FO pictures on my Rewarding Memories account. I don't know if I put them on the other one, but I can easily do that. I would be interested to know if you follow both, because I hate duplicating things, and sometimes I'll post something on one and then a few days later I'll put it on the other. But I kind of imagine people just follow both, so that would be interesting to find out if people do. So yeah, I did the Jupiter crop. It got loads easier once I put stitch markers in. I was going to make one for myself, but I think I'm going to have a little break from that one. I do have the yarn. Beth paid me in yarn, so whatever I used, loads of messages coming through. Just my family. Whatever I used in yarn, she gifted me. So I picked some lovely things. So I'll show you what I got and what I'm planning to make with it. Yeah, so that was a Jupiter crop. And then another FO that I can't show you is a prism hat, which I did for Theo's key worker at nursery. It was a rainbow hat with a giant pom-pom. Theo picked all the colours. She loved it. It was gorgeous. Yeah, I'd love to knit them all a hat, but I only have a certain amount of time in the day. But yeah, so I did a prism hat as well. I did start another one, but I've not brought it in. But it's literally just got the rib and like the first colour in, which was red, which is kicking about somewhere in the living room. But there wasn't much to show, so I didn't bother. What else have I got to show you? Oh, I've not got a sock blocker, sorry. I finished this one sock, okay? So this is the Martha's hair is everywhere. Martha's hair is very long at the minute, and she's very blonde, and it's just like this long. It's really long, and it's on everything. Always has been though. So this is my watermelon sock. I think this is like hand dyed by Kate, but she doesn't do it anymore. I won't lie, this was a slog. I've really gone off sparkly yarn. Can you see it's sparkly? I don't know why I've really gone off it, even though it's on my feet. And I finished the foot, and then I had to just do the toe, which I do a rounded one. So I knit this on 2mm needles, and I just stalled on it, completely stalled on it. And then I went to go and do it, and then one side had 30 and one side had an other amount to that. So I had to sort all that out, and I just didn't want to do it, but I finished it. I haven't started the next one just because I will do it. I definitely will do it because they are really cute. But I just wasn't feeling it, and I wanted to cast on a different sock, so I did. So yeah, but this is super gorgeous. I do really like it now it's done. So that's a hoe, half object. What else have I got to show you? I've got some that I haven't got ends in. So I finished a sockhead hat. So this is sockhead hat. I assume most of you know this one. I don't do the giant rib. It's supposed to have like a massive rib that's then folded over. I don't do that because I am lazy. But it's not too slouchy. I'll put it on. I've done my hair. I'm sure you appreciate the effort. It's funny when you've got short hair. Yeah, so it's not too slouchy, and I know that some of them can be slouchy, but I don't do mine slouchy. But I'll just put that I think in the gift box. I can't even remember what yarn this was, but I've had it for ages. I can't remember. Sorry. But yeah, so I just need to, I can see, oh, I do have some pom-poms kicking about, so that might be the ready one, pink one. Yeah, so these have got like poppers on them, so you can just sew them on. Yeah, so I finished that. What else have I finished? Right, this one. Again, not got all the ends on. Oh, look at this. So this is another hat. I really don't make hats very often, but this was inspired by my friend Jen from Castleview Yarns. She showed this hat on her Yorkshire Yarn Fest video, maybe last month or so. This is the Jade Beanie by Christy Law. That's Christy IELAU for Law. This is knitting super chunky. So I actually ordered this from Spectrum Fibre, and this is the origami colourway. Cute little progress doofer on there. Jen knit it all in one go, and I think she said it was like 2 hours. I did it over a couple of days, but kind of twisted stitches as opposed to cables, which I thought it was. I do have an Epic pom-pom, which I think I'm going to put this one on. This is, oh, what's that pom-pom lady called? I'll have to tag her. Look at this. Whoa. Crafty Bird? Crafty Bird? Anyway, I'm thinking of putting that on. So that'll go like this. So I'll pop it on for you. Mess my hair up. So it's quite beady-ish, obviously, as you can tell. But yeah, this is from Spectrum Fibre. Jen has chunky as well. So if you want to check out her shop at Castleview, she also has the chunky. It didn't use a full skein, so I've got, I've not weighed it. So I've got like this much left. So it's amazing neons in this. Yeah, so there's a decent amount left. So what I was thinking of actually doing, there's not loads left. What I was thinking of doing is maybe doing a hat for Martha or Theo, and doing the ribbon Aran, because I've got some Aran kicking about, some indie Aran kicking about, and then doing, I don't know if I'll even get the whole hat in this, doing the hat in this. I'll have to wait and kind of see. Maybe it needs a baby, maybe it needs to be a baby size, but maybe I need to do a baby hat in this. But it's super cute. So yeah, that's a 100 gram skein. So I've never bought indie super chunky before, because I always kind of thought it was a bit extravagant and a bit, dare I say, pointless, because you don't get very much. It's like 70 meters or something, but you can definitely, these aren't the right tags, you can definitely get an adult hat out of it. And I could have afforded to kind of do a longer ribbon, fold it over even. But yeah, I totally love this. This is the Jade Beanie by Christy Law, and I will definitely be making some more of these. I know that Bryony, who is the dye at Spectrum Fibre, is planning on doing some more super chunky. I think she's doing an update at the end of September, she said. Look at this bit. I'll put this on my Instagram. Look at the speckles. That's crazy. It's so gorgeous. It made me so happy knitting it. Knit it in boiling hot weather, to be honest. But I just really wanted, because I knit a lot of garments, they're not ever so warm. There's not a lot of instant gratification with them. So I just wanted like a little hit, I assume you know what I mean, a little quick hit, and this was it. So yeah, I totally love that. I'm gonna do some finished object pictures, probably with Martha, because it's so tricky with short hair. So I'll probably put it on Martha, which it's not bad size wise for her. It's really not, and she's about 7 next month. I'm gonna have a 7-year-old. No way am I grown up enough for all of that business. You catch yourself doing stuff and you're like, how is this my life? Right, so I think that is all of my FOs. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Have a little sip of me drinky. Yeah, so what have I got? I'll show you my cast on I started yesterday. Gorgeous little grey girl bag. I love her pyramid bags, as I've said in the past. I'm going to hang them on your wrist and walk around knitting, which I don't really get to do at the minute, but still. So I cast on a new sock yesterday. I've not really been feeling socks, if I'm honest, but I think that one kind of held me up. So I have cast on, look at this. This is Needle and Thread. This is the You Can Sit With Us colourway. And she did this as part of the, it went to charity. It was an LBGQ, LGBTQ. I get my letters mixed up, but you know what I mean. And a portion of this went to a charity, so it's called You Can Sit With Us, which I really liked. So yeah, I've just finished a repeat on it. So I only cast it on yesterday. So I've just finished a full repeat, so I'm back to my green there. But totally gorgeous, really enjoyed it. We had a lazy day yesterday because it was so hot yesterday, so hot. So I just sat in front of a fan all day and knit a bit. And then we went to a friend's house and played in the paddle and pull for a bit. And I took this for a bit and I just hid in the shade because I do not like the sun. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. That's just a top down sock. I think I cast on 60 because otherwise the rib gets a bit saggy, and then I'll increase a bit, increase to like 64 over the foot. But yeah, that is needle and thread. I think it was a limited colourway, so I'm not quite sure if you're going to be able to get that one. But it was all loads of dyes did it at the same time. I can't remember what it was now. It was a few months ago. Actually, it was probably more than a few months ago now, wasn't it? Because time's a little bit strange. So these are two. Where have I gone? These are two. My husband tried to get me ready for the podcast because he knew I was short of time. So I went upstairs and had a shower and got dressed. And he set my podcast up and he put the blinds up. I was like, oh, I never have the blinds up. And tried to clear the table a bit because the table's often a little bit busy. So in my beautiful Naomi's favourite bag. So she's actually brought out some new ones actually. Some new bags. Same style but different patterns. So this is a gorgeous knit. This bag is like, is this not a sign of the times? Look, that's in my knitting bag. Yep, I've also got a feather, which is lovely, that Martha's clearly put in. Right, so I'm going to have it behind my ears before I melt. I cast this on not long after the last podcast. So I got this gorgeous mojito from Spectrum Fibre, and I've shamelessly copied off someone on Instagram. So this is the Party Top Sweater by Abby Knits. So it's spelled ABBYE Knits, as opposed to any other way. So it's just got eyelets over the sleeves. So I think I'm going to have to actually rip this back because I added a new skein after the sleeves. We went away camping and I wanted something easy, so I got to the sleeves and then kind of knit the body, but I wasn't really looking and it's a bit flashy. So I think I'm going to rip back. I did actually order another skein of this because I only got 2 because my last one didn't even take 2, but I have done a bigger size because I wanted a bigger, not a sloppy jumper, but more comfortable and more ease. Do you know what? I'm going to take this off. Ugh. Dear me, why didn't I think of that earlier? Yeah, so I think this is the 38 actually. Yes, but I'm not going to rip all this back and alternate, but so I think I'm just going to maybe go back to the sleeves, which might just kill me, and then alternate the 2 skeins I have remaining. But see, I think there's a bit more yellow in the top bit, but it's gorgeous. I do actually have this on 4-ply as well because I wanted it on DK and they didn't have it on DK, they only had it on 4-ply, so I bought it on 4-ply and then it came into stock the next update on DK, so I got DK. And that's the kind of person I am. So I don't know whether I'll keep that or not. I feel like I'm going really fast. Hang on, let's just have a second, shall we? I'm probably going to do another de-stash soon. Kind of sometimes feels like I just want to completely clear the decks. So I do have 2 of these in 4-ply, and I don't know whether I will then knit them and have 2 garments the same colour, but we'll see. I'll have a little ponder. Yes, but this is beautiful. Totally love it. So that is Party Top Sweater by Abby Knits. So yeah, it's mojito in the DK. Again, comes complimentary with Martha's hair, and pink with speckles. I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. I do think that this is actually on her website at the minute. I can't tell you how much stuff I've got in this bag randomly. Yeah, so that's gorgeous. So I need to, oh, this feather has got an M&M caught in it. That's delightful. I took this bag camping, so it smells a little bit still of campfires. I'll put it over here. Yeah, so that's kind of a new cast on in theory, whilst it's actually nearly done. And another Naomi's favourite bag. Oh, and another mask in this bag. Oh, and some random tissue. Fun. Right. Oh, are you ready for something spooky? So I have started, I've made a fair amount of progress on this. I've been wanting to knit this for ages, since Miss Lavelli, which is Katie from inside number 23? Yeah, she's having a bit of a pause at the minute because lockdown's hard. On her podcast, it wasn't on her podcast as well, she was on like maternity leave podcast. She knit a gorgeous soldotna using some Bird Street UK in this gorgeous orange. That's Mr. B's yarns, it is, in Bird Street. One and the same, aren't they? And I totally loved it, so I kind of copied, but I did actually add a different colour. So look how I'm doing on this. Da, 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 da. So I actually sat and did loads the other day. So the black, oh, it's very dark grey. This is Cemetery Gates by Beehive Yarns. The orange is the Mr. B one, can't remember what it's called now. The plain grey is by Rainbow Heirloom. That's got a cool name as well, and I can't remember what it is, but it's just a grey. And the green is Loki from Castleview Yarns. I had to actually order another one, so that's technically an acquisition. That was a late decision to add that in. I did have another grey that was kind of speckled, but I didn't think it would work, so I added the green in. So I did actually, I've gone up a size. So this is medium, maybe. I ended up going up a needle size here. I don't know if you can tell. This bit just felt so tight. So I went up a needle size here because, yeah. But anyway, I'm not, how far am I on? Theo spilt water on my pattern, so it's now all smudged. So I've finished that greeny bit. I'm on to those bits. I'm on like row 35 of 52. So split for the sleeves, so that's not too bad. So yeah, I'm really loving this. But I wanted to make sure I actually had it for like September, October time, and not just like, oh, it's October, I better start my jumper and wear it for one day. Because I did that with a Christmas jumper, and I was up, not this Christmas just gone, the one before, I was up really late on Christmas Eve finishing my Christmas jumper so I could wear it on Christmas Day. But I would have liked to have worn it all season, like all through like November, December. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I kind of got on it. Obviously it's too hot at the minute for it. So speaking of Christmas jumpers, I will show you something in a minute. So that's pretty much all of my whips at the minute. I obviously have very many more kicking about here and there, but those are the ones I'm kind of concentrating on at the minute. Yeah, so I think I'm going to move into acquisitions now. So there's a fair amount, so please be nice. Two I'll start with. I got an Knitty stash on the Yarn Snobs group. These are gorgeous die candy. They are in Aran. So this is called Acid, and this is Chip. I was just going to get Acid, and then Martha saw it over my shoulder and really like Chip. And she's got green eyes like me. So it always goes really well as a hat or something. So yeah, they're totally gorgeous. Hutch is amazing. She's so good at speckling. I'm so sad not to have been able to see her at the shows this year, and everyone, of course. Yeah, so I got those on a D stash. Got those a little bit of a while ago, actually. I'm trying to do it in order of what I got. So obviously I got, this was my acquisition, this yarn too. So something I got from my friend Jen at Castleview. Look at this. So this is Poison Apple. How gorgeous is it? It's an absolutely gorgeous red, and this is going to be my Christmas jumper. I think I said a while back I might do a weekender, so I'm probably going to put it with the leftovers of my Loki and a bit of this grey. So something like this. So properly Christmassy. So I might do a weekender, which has got a bit of Fair Isle at the top, or something else colourworky, but I do want to have a bit of colour work on there. My neck is so hot, I'm sorry. Melting into a puddle. Yeah, but this is Poison Apple. But yeah, it goes really well with the Loki, and she does have a grey as well. She showed these at she did the Fibre East online virtual one. I'm gonna put these back in here, which I need to show you as well. Okay, what else? Got things and random things. And this bucket, I've been decorating Martha's bedroom all last week. She had a cabin bed and it was just too high, and she always wanted me to get in bed with her on a night time, and it was such a pest to get into. Like, you had to climb up steps. It was just really awkward, and I regretted it ever since I talked Robin to let me get it. Live and learn. So we got her a new bed actually. So we sold her last bed, got her a new bed, and got some new cabinets for her room. It's on Instagram actually. So yeah, we did loads and loads of stuff on that last week. So my husband had a few days off work last week, and all we did was build and sort, and like, she had 3 bin bags worth of teddies, and it's like, oh, what do we do with them all? And whilst her room is done, the overflow is still very much present in our house, but it looks amazing. Right, I will show you what I got off Beehive Beth. I got a gorgeous Jade Palace. So this is my jam. So I've got a love note in this. And then I got this is Atomic. This is also in DK. So funnily enough, my love note, the base of it is in Jade Palace, and the mohair is in the Atomic. So they are gorgeous. I think she thinks I like this colour. She picked this one. This is Atomic Flamingo. I think I've got this on 4-ply, but that's gorgeous. Like, in theory, we could do a bit of a fade there, couldn't we? Or something like that. So gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. One of the ones I requested was this one, which is khaki. I've got more hair on it. So this is her singles. So this is her Priscilla base. Yeah, so this is 100% superwash merino, 366 meters. Look at that green. So I've caked one up already. Look how perfect my cake is. Is anyone else really proud when they cake stuff up so well? Love my ball winder. She's over there. I'm covered in mohair. Yes. So my plan is for this. I mentioned the Spring Court sweater, which is by Dragon Horde Yarns, my friend Tristan. So this is the body, and then I'm going to use this, which is Priestess from Banshee Yarns. So Priestess is actually a character in Of Court of Thorn and Roses, which is what the sweater is based on, which is one of my favourite book series by Sarah J. Maas, Of Court of Thorn and Roses. But I don't know if this colour is actually based on her. I don't think it will be, but it's called Priestess, so I'm going with it. So look at those together. And then it's got, this is my first Surrey alpaca. Funnily enough, it's still here because I'm so messy. Everything's, hang on, it's on the floor. So this is our Fine Fish Yarns, and this is the Surrey lace, and this is in the colour Collywobble. So I do actually have this on singles too, but super delicate one. So I've never had the Surrey silk, but it's super duper soft. So it's not a hold it together situation. You kind of knit with this, which I've never done before. So that's going to be interesting, but maybe not in this heat because I fear I will felt that. But I want to do that soon because doesn't that look gorgeous? So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'd like to cast that on kind of soon, I guess. Right, I need to do my winner, hang on. Right, I did a pre-order for these. Black Elephant does pre-orders for her colours. She doesn't often do lots of ready to ship. So I did a really big D-stash back end of June and made lots of pennies. And I always see Beth on the brain. I always see Petra at all the shows, and I always buy loads of hers, and I hadn't basically bought any all year because I hadn't seen her. So I went for these. So it's Black Elephant, and this is called Silver Lining, which I thought was very apt. Look at the speckles on this. So gorgeous. I don't know what it wants to be. I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't wait and do my hoodie shawl cardigan out of this, but I obviously didn't know I was going to order it. So it's oh, there's hair. Dear me. I do hoover, I swear. Oh, you should see our hoover. It's covered in her hair. Yeah, so it's a very, very light grey with maybe a bit of a blue tint to it. And like, look under here, like, that's so scrummy. She's so good, Petra, and Petra's just the nicest person ever. Yes, that's Black Elephant. So they came last week at some point. So she's got different shipping dates. So if you get in before, say, the 15th of the month, then it'll be shipped at this time. And if it's after that date, I think I just missed a cut off. I think I ordered at the beginning of July, so I got it like right at the end of July, beginning of August, because I just missed a cut off by a couple of days. But yeah, totally love it. If you have any ideas what it would like to be, 400 or so, 850 meters, so a decent amount there. Yeah, so they're my yarny acquisitions. So I'm just going to put these in here, and I'll show you a non-yarny acquisition. Are you ready? Okay, this was a custom request. Look at this. So this is by my friend Tracy at Thimble and Thread Make. So I sent her this gorgeous mountain fabric and asked if she would make me one of her, they're called stay-at-home baskets. I want to say they're called stay-at-home baskets, but look how big it is in comparison to my head. It's really big. It's got these lovely loops here. You can get a vegan version. So there's a, look how much yarn's in it. Basically everything I've just showed you is in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's 10 in there. So there's a pocket on the inside there to stick your bits and bobs in, and then there's one of these doofers in as well, and it's got pockets all the way around it. So you can see there's a big pocket there, and it's joined up by a seam. The big pocket there. What's happening on the back? Yeah, there's a slightly smaller one there, big one in the middle, and a slightly smaller one there. But yeah, this is navy blue. Yeah, so I just said I've got some fabric I would really like something making out of it. I really want one of those baskets because they went like hotcakes when she first brought them out. She did a Yorkshire Yarn Fest the other week, so I think she might have a couple left off that because she made loads. But look, it's huge. I totally love it, and it is as ever fabulously made. She's so good and so neat. And it came really quick as well, actually, considering I had to send her the fabric and stuff like that. So she sent me the leftovers. But yeah, I love it. So yeah, I've just been kind of carting it around with all of my bits and bobs and stuff in it. Yeah, so that was really good. So the last thing I think I've got to show you is my lovely necklace. Take it off, shall I? This just came a couple of days ago. Yeah, I know. Good, right? I could just make it bigger. Whoa, was that good? Right, this is the backing card it came on, so I'll arrange it nicely. So this is by Claire of Bird Street UK. So this is a gorgeous necklace, and it's got all stitch markers on. So that's a big progress keeper in the middle, and then there's a couple of stitch markers here and a couple of progress keepers. But I totally loved it. So they only went live last week, so I managed to snag one. She did put some more up last night, but I have not checked back since. She did some really nice blue ones, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have got a blue one. But they're totally gorgeous. So yeah, Claire is obviously married to Mr. B's Yarns. So she makes bags for the shop as well as doing some dyeing as well. But I totally love these. They're so cute. I often find myself kind of, mainly on car journeys, looking for a stitch marker, or just I'm sat somewhere and I can't kind of be bothered to get up and find them. I can make it, it does go bigger and smaller, but I just had it at the right height there. Yeah, so that came a couple of days ago actually, yeah. So that's all I've got to show you really. Gone through this a bit faster than I thought, so that's kind of quite nice. Might even have 10 minutes to myself before they get back. Right, what else have I got to tell you? Right, I'll do my giveaway winner. So apologies for the delay in the giveaway. So I have this gorgeous sock set from Snuggly Stars. That's Gemma at Snuggly Stars. She donated this to the podcast as a prize. And so we had lots of entries actually. I did mess up a little bit on the last one, and I forgot to tell people to put their Instagram name, because I know the last time I did a giveaway I made that very clear. You must put your Instagram or Ravelry or how I can contact you. I tried and tried on Instagram to say don't forget when you enter to put it, but barely anyone did. But they are findable, but it's fine. So the winner is Lucy King. So she actually did put her Instagram name, which was nice. She is Lucy King 1. So you are the winner of this gorgeous yarn. So this is called Williams Rainbow, and it's a 48 grams of the main colour, 20 of the mini. So I will contact you maybe in a few days, maybe you've watched the podcast. And if I've not heard from you in a little bit, then I'll contact you and I'll get this over to you. I think she's in the UK, not actually sure. But yeah, so thank you very much, Gemma, for donating this gorgeous prize. It's super duper pretty. So yeah, so I think that's it for makes and acquisitions and yarny stuff. So I just thought I'd talk a little bit about some things I've been reading. I have fallen down a giant rabbit hole with the Twilight series, and I know what 15-20 years out of date, but this week Midnight Sun was released, and I didn't know this was coming at all. I did love Twilight in the day. I was probably a little bit old for it, considering I could put a hoodie and stuff. But this is Midnight Sun, and this is basically the first Twilight book from Edward's perspective. So the original one was from Bella's perspective. So I'm really enjoying it. I've got it on audio book. So it's all his perspective. So it's really interesting to get like a bit of his backstory. You know, vampire life, previous vampire life and all of that kind of jazz. But I'm really liking it. I've only got about 6 hours left. It's like a 25-hour book, so I have really listened to it quite a lot. And I don't know if it's comforting that I actually know what's going to happen. I do find I get quite anxious if there's tension or anything. Everything makes me anxious at the minute, everything. So I know what's going to happen. So I assume you know what's going to happen too. So they've just met the other vampires in the baseball field, shall we say. So it's getting a little bit gritty now. So I've just stopped it just for a minute, which is ridiculous because I know what happens. But I've just paused it for a minute. And I'm also reading a book at the minute, which I can't remember the name of. And someone's about to die in it. So I've kind of stopped reading that with like an hour left to read. Because I know this person's about to die. So another book I've been, I say reading, but listening to generally, is the Body Positive Power book. And this is by Megan Jane Crabb, who you will probably see on Instagram. I think she's Body Posy Panda. She's got gorgeous pastel-y, rainbowy hair, often purpley hair. And she is very much behind the body positive movement, if we're going to call it that. And just very much be yourself, you are what you are, this is what shape you are, everyone's welcome. So it's been really interesting to read that. I definitely had a bit of a different mindset lately. I have put weight on in lockdown, which I think a lot of people have. And I guess I found it really difficult to accept. I've really kind of not liked how I've been looking or how I've been feeling. So as of last Thursday, I have been taking myself out every day to go for a walk. Like a big walk. So I've been going to Roundhay Park, so I've been posting loads of pictures and videos and stuff of walking around. So I've generally managed, I did 3 miles today, so I've been getting there kind of early-ish in the morning, like working around my husband's shifts. and I think I did 3 miles this morning, but I totally love it. Like yesterday I woke up and it was really hot, and I was like, I just got to get to the lake. And it was kind of like the forefront of my mind. Whereas I think last week I was so hell-bent on doing Martha's room, and it was a really nice focus, because I think when you're off, certainly we've been at home obviously since March, and the kids have been here most of the time, like around nursery and a little bit of school. It's really hard to feel like you've achieved anything. And whilst I'm working from home, it's really difficult around the children. I'm off at the minute, but I think I'm in, not next week, the week after. I say in, I mean at work with kids at home. It's really difficult to feel like you've achieved anything. So often I was like going to bed feeling kind of a bit, frankly, low, like really quite crappy. Like sluggish because I'm not moving. I wasn't eating the right things. Not so much I wasn't eating the right things, but I was like eating in excess. Like I love munchies, so I've been buying a whole bag and just eating them and kind of in one go all to myself. I really love munchies. So I've just been trying to kind of pull it back a little bit. And whilst I'm really enjoying the Body Positive Power book, I know for me, I'm not comfortable how I'm feeling at the minute, and it's definitely affecting me mentally. I do feel like I wouldn't go to the extent to say I'm struggling at the minute, but I've definitely had some rotten old days where it's really been difficult. So the book is really interesting about obviously accepting yourself and accepting your body for what you are. Yes, it's been quite an emotional book. So hearing about how she started with her kind of, she had an eating disorder quite young really, and just seeing like what you see on adverts and magazines. So I'm always very conscious like around my kids, both of my kids, not just my daughter. I would never like kind of say I feel fat, I feel this, I feel that, and it would never be pointed out with somebody else. I don't want to pass any issues or anything onto her, because I know I've got quite a few friends who are very very self-deprecating, is that the word? And they're just really down on themselves. And whilst I'm not feeling amazing about myself, they're very, very vocal about it. And I just don't like it. I don't want it to be an issue for my kids. And obviously with the world of Instagram and stuff, it's going to be hard enough for them growing up anyway online. So do you see what I'm trying to say? I'm kind of rambling a bit. But anyway, I've been going out every day. I've done 7 days now. I think I missed 1 day at the park, but we went somewhere else. So I can't really do it with the kids because they just won't move. They just don't go far enough, fast enough. I did start the Couch to 5K again. So I'm about to do run 3. If I can fit it in tomorrow. Rob starts at 10. So he'll have to leave at 9. So I'll have to be done and back by 9. Which I can do. I generally get into the park about 7:30, 8 o'clock. And it's gorgeous at Roundhay Park. And I'm just seeing so many people, don't know them, but they all say hello. Like I've spoken to so many people in the past week compared to the past few months. Yesterday particularly, it was really hot actually. Did I mention? It was just gorgeous. It was so gorgeous, and I was just stopped at the lake and just looking out and like thinking, look at this place. And this woman kind of was just walking nearby me. She kind of stopped. She's like, it's amazing, isn't it? Like, look how amazing this is. And it's definitely kind of given me a bit more room in my head. And seeing all the dogs is a complete bonus. I would love a dog, but we just aren't quite there yet. Maybe for my 40th, so what, 2 and a bit years, I would really like a dog. But seeing so many little happy dogs, and just everyone you walk past says hello, isn't it a beautiful morning, yada yada yada. Today I went and it was really cool. It was really windy, which I guess poses its own problems, but I was so grateful for the breeze. I got some fab running leggings from Rainbow and Sprinkles, so they're really good, really like them. But I've been really enjoying it actually, so I'm trying to make time to do it. Like, as much as I don't mind necessarily doing a workout in front of the TV like a Joe Wicks kind of thing, getting out and getting that little bit of time is really making me feel like I'm achieving something. So I've got a reminder on my phone, like a 30-minute exercise thing. So I've been like, dare I say, smashing that every day. So I did like 52 minutes before 10 o'clock today. So it made me feel amazing. So I came home a big sweaty mess and the kids were still as annoying as ever, but I felt like I've achieved something and I've got something done. And it's a really nice feeling when these times are really strange and weird. So yeah, I'm really quite proud of myself. So yeah, keep saying to my husband, bring on the praise, because it makes me feel good. So yeah, so that's my new little venture at the minute. So something to kind of be excited about. And yeah, so I'm continuing to listen to that book, and I've also downloaded All the Lonely People, which is by Mike Gale, who is another one of my favourite authors. So I think this one is about a man who, I don't want to say like it's a chick-litty type thing, but he very much kind of was that, but from a man's perspective. I think it's from a guy who's maybe got agoraphobia, or just kind of his social situations changed so much that he just doesn't go out anymore. And something kind of, I guess, comes and forces him to have to do that. This is my third one of these today, so that is also helping me. And if things fit a little bit nicer, a little bit looser, then that's going to be a good thing, because so many things don't fit anymore. But yeah, that's not the main focus. I'm trying to shift that focus. Look at me nervously folding. Yeah, shift the focus from just being about my weight to feeling better mentally, because we all know exercise makes you feel good, endorphins, all that jazz. So yeah, Rob's on an early shift on Saturday, so he's out the house by 6 in the morning, so back till 5. So I guess I'll have to do that in the evening, because I tried with the kids the other day and they just, getting them to get out the house is ridiculous. So I can't get anything under my belt steps wise. So we'll see. So I've got to try and fit it in somehow. Other news yet, we went camping. Kids really enjoyed that. Thankfully it wasn't crazy hot there. We went down to the Cotswolds. Bit of a palaver with our campsite, to say the least, but it was fine in the end. Next week, me and Rob have a mini break booked, an Airbnb in Northumberland in Morpeth. So it's a little cottage that I've been following on Instagram for ages now, and I've always thought, I want to go. They don't necessarily take kids because they're not catered for kids, so I've managed to wangle a bit of childcare with my family, and me and Rob are going on a mini break. So the last time we went away was my baby moon, which is a little holiday you have before you have a baby, and that was with Martha. So that was in 2013, July 2013 we went, and we actually went back to my wedding place where we got married. Got married in Piercebridge at the George in the northeast, and that was July 2013. So that's the last time we were away, like not in the house. Occasionally there's sleepover like at Rob's parents because they live in Leeds, but normally Rob's working a late shift, or he's then up early in the morning. So it's, well, whilst it's certainly helpful, you know, it's really exciting to get away. So I'm going to take my exercise gear with me and try and keep that up then. But I said to him the other day, I said, should we try and get up and do a sunset beach, because there's loads of gorgeous beaches in Northumberland. And he's like, well, we need to get up while we've got no kids. I was like, well, then we can go back to bed, get up at whatever time in the morning and go back to bed. So I'm really excited about that. So I need to plan some knitting for that. I'm not quite sure what I want to take actually. Yeah, I'll have a little think on that. So watch this space. Yeah, but I'm excited about that. So he's got a few days off next week, and yeah, then my parents are about an hour away from Leeds, and then where we're staying is like an hour away from them. So we'll probably come back and swing back and get the kids and maybe take them somewhere for the day as well. I'm hoping today, he's probably going to be back soon, isn't he? To get to IKEA. I went to IKEA last Monday. God, was that it? Last Monday with both of the kids, not even thinking the fact that there would be a really big queue. But thankfully they had, because it's about 20-25 minutes away from here, the IKEA, but I missed the turning. And then I got horribly stuck in traffic, so I was really glad that I let them have that iPad and the Switch, which they're obsessed with. I was really glad that they had that, and they actually just stood and played on them in the queue, which, yes, I could have done something amazing with them, but it was a really long queue, and I think we queued for about half an hour, and they're only little, they're 4 and 6, so I just kind of fed them snacks as they did whatever they did. But we got in and we got what we needed. But what I am after is I have some drawers in my bedroom, the Malm, M-A-L-M ones, the really big white ones I've got in my bedroom, because I imagine you're familiar with my bedroom because I do quite a lot of yarny tours in there. Yeah, basically most of my drawers are the big white Malm ones, and I've got one set that aren't. But basically I couldn't fit another set of these double drawers in where I wanted them, but they've just brought a new one out called Cullen, which is Edward Cullen's name, obviously, which amused me no end, and they're actually half the price, so I'm hoping to try and get those. Rob's really not keen, having put Martha's bed together, which was not easy, and he's still a bit wrong. But I put other things together. I did 2 shoe cabinets and a big wall thing. So, you know, I pulled my weight. Yeah, so he's not keen, to be honest. And he's like, I really don't want... Because basically he had 4 days off last week and all we did was build the entire time. So, yeah, he's not keen. But I've got so much yarn. And I have first world problems, which is why I am going to have a de-stash. I don't have maybe loads of full skeins to de-stash, but I've got so many like part skeins, bits of like Fab Funky Fibres that I've got left over, loads of mini skeins. I might just do mini skein bundles. I've also been through some of my project bags. I've got so many project bags, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but they've just piled up. So I'm probably just going to do a bit of a de-stash on those too and just kind of try and got them out of my house. So yeah, so that was a really long life update, and that's all I really have to report. Nothing terribly exciting to tell you about. We've got a week off at the beginning of September before school starts, so we're hoping to get away somewhere or other, but I don't know where. Martha is back at school kind of beginning of September. Theo is very much phased. A few hours here, a few hours there, so let's see how that works out. So how I'm going to work through September with Theo home, I don't know. But I'm sure my work will be understanding of that because they have actually been amazing. But yeah, so that's it. Nearly an hour, not bad, and very warm. So yeah, so congratulations again to Lucy King 1. And if you want to get in touch with me, if I don't hear from you in a little bit, then I'll get in touch with you too. And I will, not sure when I'll be able to get back, but I will try and get back as soon as I can. I put it off a little bit because I was intimidated about the amount of stuff I had to show you. And yeah, we'll see how much I can get done. We'll see. Anyway, so just keep an eye on my Instagram and see what I'm kind of up to with my knits and whatnot. So it's Rewarding Memories on Instagram, and I do have a This Knitty Life and it's Reward on Ravelry. So I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. I appreciate lots of people are more in lockdown situations, and America is getting hit hard once again. So everyone, please stay safe where you can. Please wear a mask. Please put your nose in it as well. Oh. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you again as soon as I can, okay?